Oh, hey, everybody. Looks like we're good. Please confirm you hear me and see me and everything. I was just about late. I got a call from a friend of mine. Just let everybody get in here. I know some of you might have come from Joe. So we got hi, Kathy and Kim. Oh, good. Thanks, Kathy. Good. Perfect. Yeah, the mic seems to be working. I have two mics. So if suddenly the sound dies, let me know because I can just do the other one. I have a little charging thing from the package that they came in, along with the mic pickup that's stuck in the laptop right now. Oh, hi, Gladys. Thanks for coming in. And stick the USB end in, and it can charge both the mics at the same time. So that's usually what I do. So I have both ready to go. Mm. Oh God! If you guys can see this, I know Kathy, you know what this like out right now. Kind of gray. Might rain later. Just cloudy right now. We have not had any winter. None. It's bad. If you guys look on Google Maps and find British Columbia, well, and then Washington, because Kathy knows, like we're neighbors, right? Pretty much the whole land is mountains with trees. And if there's not enough snowpack, the fires are going to be worse than usual. So we have that to look forward to. Okay, so let's get cracking here. I'm just going to turn it. Hang on. Camera doesn't want to bend that great. Hold on one sec. Okay. Just a minute. It's on a gimbal, and if I don't tighten it, there's a fine. Oh, as you all see, my mic and my chest. That's lovely. It's particular about the tightness of the gimbal, is what I'm trying to say. There. That's a kind of washing out the color. This is a very plummy purple grunge. So I don't know what the color's doing on the camera, but it's not great. I'm just going to make these binding strips first to get them out of the way. Yeah, I'm sort of doing catch up, as I said in my description. This is the binding for the baby quilt that I have basically finished, that I kind of had up on the wall before and showed you guys, but I can't really show you anymore because it is my part of the Quilters Challenge for April. And I'm not even going to have the quilt finished. I'm basically putting it aside in the closet at the moment with everything ready to go because it's not earmarked for any particular baby, just whenever. And I'm going to start the label too. And I'll have it all put together. And then I do have some friends whose daughters are attempting to have children. So when I know baby's on the way and all is well, then I'll get it finished off. And I can probably quilt it myself because baby quilts are not that bad. Should be fine. Come on, in you go. Okay. Let me get the pins out of here. How's everybody doing? Kim says it's a beautiful day here in Independence, Missouri. Supposed to get to 74 degrees. Oh, lovely. So you're having spring then. It's not actually cold here. It's kind of like, I don't know, it feels like all of February felt like it was more like April. Like we didn't really have, we had a little bit of cold here and there, but mostly it's been kind of half decent out. A couple of weeks ago when it was sunny, like my neighbors were mowing their lawn and stuff. Yeah, see, Kathy's the same. Cold and gloomy here in Western Washington. We're not that far apart, me and her. So let's see if I got it right. Okay, get the mess out of the way. Check. Okay. All right, that looks pretty good. Press it out, trim off the extra. Okay, scissors I have left up here, of course. What's everybody else working on? Where are my scissors? Yoo-hoo, here we are. I'll get to the cat bed in a second. I want to get this done first. I'm not going to press it open or press it over, you know what I mean, right now. I just wanted to get them sewn. I've got the quilt top and the backing hanging on a hanger in the closet. So what I was planning on doing with this was just making it all up, pressing it in half as it's supposed to be, and then making it like coil it up and then hang it around the neck of the hanger, and then it can just sit there. And I'll just pin the label on somewhere to one of the other pieces of fabric, and we're good to go. Okay, that one looks good too. Just check. Yep. Okay. Kim says spring until Sunday, then we get winter again. Oh, temps only in low 30s. In the morning, it's a bit on the cool side. Although last few days when we had the clouds, it's been more like sort of like 4 or 5 degrees. But last week it was sunny with the clearer skies. The temperature drops a wee bit, so it was actually below zero, like -2 or something. The dogs love it, of course. Henry was laying out in the grass thinking, oh, this is great. Okay, I'm just behind the camera for a sec because I got to make a mark on this. Hold on. I don't have 10 cameras to show you everything. Sorry. You get what you get. Okay. I'm just going to pin it real quick so it doesn't flap around while I come back over to the machine. Here, I'll see if I can hold this up for you. Can you see the grunge color a little better? Not really. It's very plummy. Camera makes it look almost blue, but it's not. Dang it. I've got 4 strips here because the circumference of the baby quilt, I forget exactly what it was, but I needed something like 145 inches. Just to be sure. I think it was like 130 something. I don't remember exactly. I measured it and went, oh yeah, I need that. So that's fine. Come on, in you go. Okay. Whoop. Let's double check this. I always cut binding at 2 1/4 inches. What do you guys do? I started off when I was learning about quilting and taking classes and stuff. I did it 2 1/2, and then I didn't like it. I thought it was too bulky. But that's just me. Kim says I will be working on tying another quilt later today. Top is polyester double knit that I was given. It'll be good heavy quilt. Oh, sounds good. I've never tied a quilt before. I know that's very retro. I did have one ages ago, a scrappy thing that my grandma did and tied, but it fell apart a long time ago. Okay, so, yep, that looks good. All right, let me just get this out of the way for right now because I'm not dealing with it. Okay, I'm going to pop this back up again. Come on. There. Get the cat bed back. I got to switch back to black thread too. I'm not using purple for that. Okay. So here's what it looks like so far. The top is open. And previous to now, I had this part in the middle open at the top as well, but I stuffed it. I've got a little bucket here that I take my scraps and I just snip them up small. And I've got some of this stuffing stuff. I've had it for a gazillion years, and I, occasionally put in ornaments. This stuff. So I'm going to use that and little bits of whatnot and off ends of batting and little ends of stuff I can't use. So that's what I use for stuffing. So I'll go a little closer and you can see that I've pinned it shut. That top part is pinned shut. So I'm going to load up with black thread and just sew that closed. And then as I'm stuffing, this is where the tricky part comes in, because you have to kind of like shove your arm in the top here and stuff all the way down the bottom first. And sort of work your way from the bottom around to the side and the bottom around to the side. And then when you got it all stuffed, then you just sew the top closed. So this is going to be work in progress for a bit as far as the stuffing goes. That fabric is great, says Kim. Isn't it cute? I bought it, I don't remember, Fabricland, maybe a few years back. I made my daughter's friend a bag out of it. And, oh, there goes my eye again. Just this past Christmas, I made a stocking for our son's cat because she looks like, where's a good one? She looks like this one, this little gray thing. She looks like that. Blue eyes and everything. Okay, this is going to be tricky because it's all kind of half stuffed, and let's kind of push it out of the way. Here, let's get. Oh, come off it. Yeah, this is not exactly simple to do this because it's like half stuffed, but we do what we can. Okay. Scoot it under here. I don't want to have a. Hang on. Come here, you. Okay, there we go. I'm going to drop the stitch length down a little bit. My default on the machine is 2.2, and I just dropped it down to 2. I'm just thinking I would really want this to hold. And yes, I know at some point my son's cat will probably scratch the hell out of this and it'll be all destroyed, and we'll make her another one. And I did a really good back tack right there just now. So just hold it down and just go along your here. We're gonna there. Is that better? Can you guys see that okay? And before I started the stuffing of this middle part, I did draw a line where I wanted it to be, and then I sewed around the other 3 parts to leave the top open. So I still have my line here, which I'm following as best I can. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfectly straight. It's a cat bed after all, but it doesn't need to be all cattywampus either. So hang on, let's get the pins out of the way because they're not doing much in anything right now. Okay, coming down the end here. There's a Siamese right at the end of this. Okay, back tack. There we go. When I sewed around before, I used dark gray thread, I mean. But that one I just wanted to do black on just because it was going across the top. It's kind of like top stitch, but you're not on the edge. Okay, so back it up again. There we go. Middle part's all stuffed and secure. Ba-da-da-da-da. Make sense? Top still open. There's what the back looks like. Odds and ends. Okay, put that away for now. That's going to be a watch TV and stuff kind of project. Okay, I'm going to work on another friendship star, but I want to show you guys something first. One sec. Let's have some coffee too. I got some fabric. I had to order around online because my great niece wants this. Not pink. She wanted like purple and gray and blue and whatnot. So the pattern calls for, it's one of those freebies. Jordan Fabrics. Fabric requirements. Variegated gradient or ombre style prints, 1 yard of 4 different. Border, 1 yard. I don't have a border yet. I just got the other ones. I don't know what I want to do for the border, actually. I was going to make the quilt top, the rest of it, and see what it looked like. So, it has been difficult to find this. This is an old pattern. Not everybody has those Stonehenge gradations fabrics anymore. Or maybe they haven't got the new ones coming in yet or whatever. I don't know. Anyway, it was a hunt and a half, let me tell you. So, I kind of not fudged it exactly, but here again, we're probably going to have goofy color, but you'll get the idea. Okay. I got, this one is Mystic. And this one is Graphite. Now, what is required for this pattern is the ombre going. Let me see if we can see this correctly or not. Okay, see, the ombre goes across the selvage. See, here's one selvage and how dark it is, right? And then there's the other selvage where it's light. And that's what you need. Because I found some cool fabrics that were ombre, but they had dark on the selvage, ombre to light, and then back to dark again, which is not what you want for this pattern. So I hunted around for these Stonehenge things. So anyway, it's really pretty. So there's 2 of them. If I could find other like slightly different of these purples and grays, I would have gone with them, but don't exist. So whatever. So the other ones I got, I'm probably going to start the sewing on this thing in 2 weeks for my next live. That's why I'm showing you this now. The other ones were, hang on, I kept my label so I didn't know what it was called. Okay, this one's Slate. So it's a little browner, but it has like gray and stuff in it too. My great niece is just going to have to deal because it was harder to find all this fabric. But I think it looks cool, right? Once I make a bunch of half square triangles out of it, it's going to look way different anyway. There's that one. And this one is a blue, it's called Twilight, but it has purple in it. You can see that right there. It's quite, yeah, there's purple blobs coming in. So we'll get on it. And I'll show you. when we get there. Okay, there's that. Now, I'm going to go back to this again, and I'm going to switch to blue thread and change feet, and I'm going to work on another. Then finally, I'm going to finish that third friendship star. What are y'all up to on the weekend, everybody? Ours is pretty quiet. Last weekend was moving because we got our daughter in her new spot. On the family day weekend on Monday the 16th, we moved our son out of downstairs and into the downstairs of the house he's going to be in with his sister and her best friend. And last weekend, Saturday and mostly Sunday, well, mostly Saturday, a little bit Sunday, we moved our daughter out of her place and into the new place. And then her friend, because my daughter's going to work tomorrow, so her friend is doing her moving today and tomorrow, and her family's helping her. So by the end of this weekend, they'll be all settled. So we've been a little bit busy with that, but this weekend coming up is pretty quiet, except our good friend's, their son, he's moving out somewhere with his girlfriend. So my husband got a call because he has a pickup truck. Hey, can you come and help and do that? So, so my husband's going off on Sunday to do more moving. I don't think they need me, but I will offer my services if required. Oh, okay. Oops, I need the other end here. Hold on. My sister made me this little resin box. Isn't it cute? Okay. Tonight we are joining several friends out for dinner because it's really hard to get all together because we're busy, but we set this up like not long after Christmas. Hey, you want to go for dinner? And it worked out to be today because everyone's just too busy. End of February. Okay, cool. Whatever. There. Okay, let's get that in there. Come on. No. What now? Damn it. There. Okay. All right. Back to 2.2. There we go. Got another piece. Is my chat vanished? I'm talking away here. We're still counting. I'm still live. 23 minutes. Everyone just got quiet. Okay. Okay. I'll make sure I'm laying these things out the right way because they're up on the wall now. Hang on one second here. Middle. That one goes there. This one goes this way. This one goes that way. And that one goes that way. There, that looks good. Oh, okay. Kim said, we're all still listening and watching you. Okay, good. Well, considering that YouTube's done some weird stuff of late, I was just wondering. All that whole post about people's chats not showing up, like, what the? Yeah, I got some extra squares I don't need here. Okay, that looks good, right? Before I sew this, tell me if something looks funny. I'm going to stand back and make sure. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. There we go. So next week I'm not online, but we're not on live. I mean, 2 weeks from now is the 13th, right? Yes. So I will do something then. I'll do something with that Stonehenge stuff in 2 weeks. I'll move that out of my way. Okay, that had to go like that, and then it goes like that, and that goes there. Okay. Can I ask you all a favor too? Next Friday. Oh, who's over here? Oh, Lynn. Hi, Lynn. Thanks for joining. Hang on. Hi, Kelly and Chatters. Home from work. Tired after a busy week. Looking forward to a quiet weekend. Wish the rain would stop for more than one day. Oh, yeah. You guys are getting soaked pretty good, aren't you, Lynn? I think we're just getting cloudy today. Maybe a little rain later, but it's supposed to be drier on the weekend, which is good since my husband has to help move our friend's son. Yeah, our friend called my husband last night and he's like, "Yeah, we're good to go for Sunday, right? And what's about the dinner on tomorrow?" And I'm like, "Talk to your wife because she knows." All the ladies have been texting all week and organizing this whole thing, and we all know what is going on, like usual. Okay, I don't know that my machine decided to eat the corner of that for some reason, so we'll start that again. What a pain in the arse that is. Anywho, what I was saying, next Friday, the 6th. You've heard me yammer on before about the Quilters Challenge. That's when it all kicks off. Everyone's video is up next Friday the 6th. So the challenge for that one is being done by Brenda, Conquering Mount Scrapmore. Okay, so watch hers first because she's setting it up. Hey, this is my challenge. I'm doing this. And then we all have replied to her challenge and done our thing. Okay. And since that baby quilt is close to being done, but I'm not finishing it for the challenge because there's no baby. So I'm going to have my challenge as, okay, this is almost done, but now it's hanging in the closet. And that is for April. And I believe we are skipping early April because of Easter and the whole smear. So the date for that might be the 10th. I'd have to check and see, but that rings a bell. Because the week before that would be Good Friday, which, people are doing stuff, and yeah, it's not a really good day to be uploading a pile of videos. So I think that's why we decided on the 10th. Oh my goodness. Hi, Ma. Not happy, are we? Doesn't want to sew from that corner because that's where the seam is. It's going to be a pain in the arse. So let's put a doodad in here because that might help. Do you guys use these little scrappy bits just to get started on? I'm going to actually unplug it and start over because it's being temperamental at the moment. Okay. Yeah, fine there, bugger. Okay. And I'm also in that back to basics quilting 101 thing with Donna and all them. I have to do a block for sometime in May for that. I know what I'm doing. I just haven't done it. And Donna wants us to send her all the blocks, and then she's going to make up a quilt or quilts, I guess, for charity, which is cool. There we go. There's also not a whole lot of thread left on this bobbin, which is probably why it's being funky. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. Oh, Lynn's talking about the rain. Lynn says it's rained somewhere in the UK every day since the beginning of the year. Yeah, I've heard that. I'm usually on the lives from my stitching friend Nicola. She lives in Yorkshire somewhere. And yeah, she said that they've just been drowning. And we haven't gotten all our snow we're supposed to have, and you've gotten all the rain you're not supposed to have. I mean, exactly where I live doesn't get a ton of snow, but surrounding me is mountains, and there's almost nothing. I mean, literally, it's not good. It is not good. Fire season is going to be horrible. It feels to us like the half of the province burns down every summer anyway. I know that isn't the thing, but that's what it seems like sometimes. Okay, let's see what those look like. If I haven't messed it up. Yeah. Wake the iron up. Okay. This one goes there because that's the middle. And that looks like that. Yep. And this one goes like that. Okay. Here, I'm going to swivel you around to the iron and I'm going to press them. Press to the solid side. Because that's where it wants to go anyway. You go and lay there. So that is kind of why I thought for my next live and maybe even further lives past that, I will work on that gradations quote for my great niece. Just because there's a lot of other stuff that I'm doing right now that I'm not really supposed to be showing you until like a specific time. So and I want to run something by you guys too, because I know that you're all mostly here because of the quilting thing, which I get, but that is my first preference after all. But I do other stuff, as you well know. Okay, there we go. That looks good like that. Back in the right place. Yes, there. Okay. Now, back down we go. Let me get this sewn together here. Put these up here out of the way. Okay. Come on. Come on, there you go. There we go. You have to talk to the fabric, you know. Oh, hey, Mona. How's it going? Thanks for coming in. Kim says you usually have a leader and ender on the go, otherwise my machine. Yeah, it gets all snaggly, right? Yeah, that's the same thing. Kim hasn't had any snow where I am either. Yeah, a little bit on higher hills. Yeah, same. Outskirts of where I live has had some, but My family does not ski, but BC is big ski country, and not just Whistler, like everywhere. But there's been like I don't know how many times moaning on the news all winter, haha, winter, just kidding, about various ski resort. Oh yeah, we hardly have any snow, and we have to make snow, and blah, blah, blah. Like yeah, there it's hard that there just isn't any, and they're suffering, obviously. Okay, line myself back up again so I don't screw that up. No, that goes there, that goes there. That one goes on like that. Good. Okay. Everybody's saying hi to everybody else. Good, good. I just want to get these rows sewn and then I'll show you what I want to show you and ask what I want to ask you. Don't start. Oh, here we go again. Damn it. I'm kind of playing bobbin chicken here too. We'll see. I'm playing bobbin chicken. Come on, there we go. Okay. Let's see if that's good here. Okay, that goes there. And this one goes like that. Oh, hang on. That was one of the ones that was too big. Just a minute. I need a proper square here. There we go. Okay. Okay. There we go. Excuse me. Should have got water and not another coffee. No, don't fall down. So far, so good. Bobbin's hanging in there. Might be okay. All right, I will press these. Let's wake that back up. And we got, voila. Okay. Back to the ironing board here. One sec. Do you all like working with batik or not? I do. I like how it's kind of firm, I guess you could say. You know what I mean? I mean, mind you, I starch all the time, but you know how it's just because of how it's done and the dyeing process and everything, it feels firmer to me. There. Okay. Now I can sew the rows together as long as the bobbin holds out. Otherwise, I got to make another one. Now, what I wanted to ask you all, Kim likes working with batiks. Oh, and Mona just got home from grocery shopping. Oh, fun. Not. I hate grocery shopping. Okay, so just so you don't see down my shirt as I bend over. Okay, see this crazy looking thing? When I film my cross stitching, I did a floss tube video yesterday. If you all wouldn't mind going checking to see it, I got some feedback. It looks okay because I film everything in 4K. So I rendered it. I've been doing some techie looking up because I'm not techie, so I did a lot of research, and I rendered it in 4K as well. So it uploaded in 4K, and I watched it. And it looks pretty good, but I'd love your opinion. I'm probably not going to film in 4K for quilty stuff because I don't go close. But for cross stitch, I did. So I just wanted to run something by you guys. So when I'm filming the cross stitch, I use my phone and I face it towards me just so I can see what the heck I'm showing you. Otherwise, I could be all over the place and you don't see nothing. So that's how I do it. Now, this little grabby doodad is what holds my phone. And I have taken that webcam out of its, I don't like, when we do this, I put it on its little tripod stand thingy. But I tried it without it, and it's not super snug, but it could hold in here enough where you could see me do cross stitch on a live possibly. And then this end just gets screwed onto a table or something. It's not like stable like mad, but it kind of does the trick. I mean, I could even have it in here and I can sit here and stitch. And like I can put this onto an edge of the ironing table or something and sit here in my chair and stitch, and you probably could see it. Or I can sit in the bedroom on the bed and stick this on the bed and have you sort of like peeking over my shoulder, kind of like down this way or something like that. If you're willing to watch me stitch on a live, because I don't do that. I know there's lots of my friends do, which is great. Cool. But I don't want to do that if you guys are like, nah, boring. Nah, I don't do that. So I just wanted to run that by you all. Now let's get this thing sewn up because we are at 10 after 9. Have some more coffee. Kathy doesn't like batiks. Kim says, do you use steam when you press? Sometimes. Depends. Like possibly after I sew these and like maybe this, like a join like there, for example, like, you know what I mean? You really want to get that flat. If it's not cooperating, then I'll do a steam and then hold it longer. That sort of situation is when I use steam. But most of the time, no. But if something's being real stubborn, then yes. And maybe, a shot of best press possibly, right? Cooperate. Yeah, right? Okay. That looks good. That looks good. All right. Nesting beautifully. Off we go. Hold out the bobbin and we're in good shape. Come on. I'm going to check on those friendship stars hanging up there, but I'm pretty sure that I pressed these seams open. But I did them a while back, so I can't remember. They've just been hanging up there on the wall ever since. And I'll dig out my dark blue batik. I've got more of it. I'm probably just going to use that for the backing and binding. I don't even have any batting at the moment, so I'll have to buy some. It'll get done whenever. Might give it away. I don't know. We'll see. Sometimes I just like to make stuff and it doesn't necessarily have a purpose. Usually, though, I have like a goal in mind. I am making this project for this, right? You know what I mean? But that isn't the case all the time. Ooh, maybe. Maybe. All right, how are my points looking? Kim says she doesn't use steam in my new Tula Aliso iron. I don't want to ruin it. I usually use some Best Press in my Acorn pen and a clapper on it. Yeah, same. Yeah, I have one of those Acorn pens too. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Right on. Let's have a look at what I did. Yes, I pressed them open. Okay. So we will do that. Come on. There. Okay. So let's give it a little warm up on the seam. And come on. I open it up with my fingers first. You know, kind of get your fingernail down in there and then kind of squidge it down. Like, see right here, if that's not going to cooperate, that meet up point there, I'll probably steam it, but it might be just fine. Depends. So let's open it all the way up gently with fingers first, and then we go along here. And be careful when you're coming along here that you don't flip that seam over. Like, it's already starting to kind of go there, so I'm just going to press it back down. So lift up the iron a little bit, then go along more. Hold it for a second. That actually looks pretty good. I think it'll be fine. Okay. All right. Oh, and Min's not really a batik fan either. She has some in her stash, but not my go-to. Yeah, it's not everybody's thing. Absolutely. And I don't like just batiks. Like, I like various fabrics. Like, but I don't mind batik. I like the depth of color too. They're just pretty. Okay, let's check this. Hang on. Let's scoot that one over here a bit. That one's not nesting great. There we go. That's better. Okay. Come on. There. Oh, wait, I need a thingy. Okay, let's put you back over here. Sorry, forgot. Couple out. Come on. There we go. Massive. No. Okay, hang on. Let's just check this here. There, okay. Scoot me a little bit this way. There we go. Okay. Make sure that one's all nested still. Hang on. That's I got a little bit of bulk on the bottom. There. Okay. That will work. It'll take up in the feed dogs. Actually, we'll hold it up a little bit here too. There. Okay, that's better. And we'll go here. Come on, hold out a little bit longer. Ha! Did it. Still got bobbin thread left. Okay, those little bits back. Oh, the wind is back. Nice. That's what we've had for the last few days. Flipping wind like crazy. This one could have been better. That one's good. That one's good. However, it is not terrible, so I'm going to go with it. See this one here? This one's good. This one is not as good. But close enough. It's not that bad. I'm just being picky, I think. Okay. Sit down. Excuse me. Okay. There. Okay. All right, I'll stick it up here for now. Okay, what do you guys think? I've got to go and look at my fabric stash again because I can't remember how much of the lighter blue I have. I don't think it's a heck of a lot. I know I've got a reasonably good amount of that dark blue. Mind you, I could put something totally other on the back and it would be fine. Who cares, right? So if I have enough of the dark blue and of the light blue, I think I'll use the dark blue for the backing. And I might bind it with the light blue if there's enough. And I think what I'll do too is like I'll do them like in 3, right? Obviously. But I think I might do a skinny strip in between, like nothing big, like maybe finishing an inch just to separate the stars a little bit. And then maybe I'll do a border around in the blue, like 1.5 finished, maybe. Again, not much. but definitely between the blocks. Yes, I think that will look better. What do you guys think? Or do you think the stars like float enough, like to put them together? Because this goes here, so they're not even touching. Like that's not touching that, right? What do you guys think? I'm gonna have to mull it over in my mind for a bit and see how much fabric I have and all that kind of stuff. Kim says, "Woohoo! You won Bob and Chicken." Yeah, it was close. It was close. Lynn says, "Could you, lovely? Could you make different shades of star fabric if not enough?" I guess I could. I mean, I've got a lot of fabric, but I don't have loads of batiks, and I kind of want to keep it batiky. I don't know. I grabbed the fabric out, I cut what I needed, and I put it back. So I have to dig it back out again and look at it before I decide how I'm gonna do it totally. But for now, I'm just gonna like pin them all together and put them in the cupboard because this is gonna be a look at it later kind of thing. Yes, Lynn, you're right. And how also depends how big you want it to be. That's true too. Because those are 12-inch blocks. So they're, it's a reasonable size. So call the whole thing like 36 by 12 if I just sew them like that, as is. Which is okay. I mean, I don't know. I got to think about it. Oh, the coffee's gone a little cold. Okay, so let's unplug that. Now, since what are we at here? Yeah, almost an hour. I've been yapping at you long enough, I think. So, as I said, next Friday, the 6th, Quilters Challenge. We're all getting going. There's a bunch of Canadians plus Future Cat New Zealand. Every Wednesday is the Back to Basics with Donna. I think the next person up is Sean, the guy who sews. He's next Wednesday, which is the 4th, I think. Yes. So he's next. So next Friday, watch Brenda Conquering Mount Scrapmore first. Then watch all the rest of us. We are going to put everyone's link in the description box. And on February the 6th, I put a, hey, there's 1 month to go video up, and I put everybody's links in it. So you can find them all. Bye, Gladys. Thanks for joining. So I think that's me for the day, because I got to get stuff done before we go out later on, chores and work and stuff. So that's it. So you'll see me in 2 weeks, and I'll do something with that gradations thing. I seem to be on a half square triangle kick for some reason lately. Whatever. They're not hard to do, so not a big deal. Bye, everybody. Thank you for joining. Happy quilting to all. See you all around. Have a lovely weekend.